All right, welcome back everyone to the Game Over Cancer Marathon. And before we get going here, we do have a $50 donation from Socrates. Thank you very much for that donation. That's going towards Mickey for the incentive for the Great Circus Mystery, starring Mickey and Minnie. And Mickey is now in the lead by $31.38. So all you Minnie fans, get your donations in. And I'm ready to go ahead and hand it off over to Janglestorm for Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. So go ahead and take it away, Jangle.
Alrighty, thank you so much, and hello everybody. Welcome to this wonderful game, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, the third game in the Shantae series. I hope you're all ready to go for some serious speedrunning action. We're going to be running a mode that gets unlocked after you beat the game, which is called Pirate Mode. And there's going to be lots of things happening, so I'll just end into it and then explain some more. So time will start as soon as I select the game, which is in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so yeah, in this mode, well, normally speaking in the game, you collect certain pirate equipment, but this is like a New Game Plus, where you already have all of the pirate equipment from the get-go, which does define a lot of the category. There's lots of sequence breaking, lots of really fast action, and you'll see that pretty much like right away as I start dashing. And yeah, so this is, like I said, this is the third game in the Shantae series. There's a total of 5 games currently, and this is the only game that doesn't actually have transformations like the other games have. But like I said, the pirate equipment more than makes up for it. So in this room, we're trying to hit these guards. We're trying to collect a certain amount of gems, because surprise, surprise, there's going to be some shopping later on. I didn't get that many over there, but that's fine. And as we travel through Scuttletown, there's a bit of a commotion going on because, yeah, as you can see, there's lots of gunfire, and I'm trying to dash through here as well. Okay, we just got 2 items from the Sky and Bolo, who we saw in the beginning. And the pike ball will equip right away here. We're gonna basically use that with the first boss fight. We just skipped a bit of dialogue over there, just by jumping over them. It's an easy enough jump. See if we can get some more gems here. Oh, 22, I'll take that. Alright, and just to let you know, the game is very RNG heavy, and we get our first glimpse with the Ammo Baron, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, that's a good start. The Ammo Baron shoots off these cannonballs, and you want the red cannonballs because you can fire them back at him, and you can start doing damage. And as you can see, the pike ball does additional damage there, so that combination will hopefully get me most likely a 3-cycler. There's ways to speed it up if you get early item drops and such, but yeah, this is actually super generous RNG here, because the other thing that the Ammo Baron can do is drive its tank into those crates, and a lot of the time we try to get really good paces, it tends to do that, and that makes for like quite a bit of time difference. I would say up to, well, 15 seconds, I guess. Alright, so that was the first part. So it turns out that the mayor has sold this town to the Ammo Baron for the hefty sum of a wax of boxy chocolates, and in the meantime, Shantae gets this huge scroll because she's grounded for the time being, so she cannot go anywhere, which is unfortunate, really. So, yeah, already a lot of stuff has happened, and we obviously need a break from that. So, why not take a bath, right? It's always very relaxing. There's one problem, though. Shantae, in the entire series, has never owned a bathtub in her life. So, yeah, this is a trap. Who could it be set by? Well, those who know Risky Boots know the answer. So Risky Boots set it up. She's having a bit of a problem of her own, because normally speaking she's a villain, but now Shantae and Risky are working together because in part her henchmen, these Tinkerbats, have been turned into Cacklebats by means of dark magic, and normally we'd have to defeat those Cacklebats in order to retrieve the dark magic and stuff. We're not going to do that in this mode. We're just going to defeat this one Cacklebat. It's basically like showing you what's going to happen otherwise. So this is like the mandatory dark magic pickup, I guess. And we got this magic lump to absorb all of this dark magic. Yeah, the RNG was actually super generous. I've done so many practice runs recently where it was nothing like that, so this is by far better than I expected. Yeah, Shantae was super happy about the scored summons, it seemed. Alright, so in order to get out of this town, we're gonna borrow a library card from Sky, a good friend. And apparently we look quite alike enough that we can still get away with that, even though the profile photo is probably nothing like one another. Mandatory save here, just like always, because the game tells you, please save, it's very good for you, and all that. Alright, we show the card, and we're out of here. Just dashing away through this scarecrow field. And we're gonna hit all these scarecrows, hopefully for some good items. They have a tendency to drop all kinds of items, like food items, pike balls, a couple of super items as well, so that's what I hope for. Not this round though, the RNG wasn't too good here, but hopefully later. And because of the build-up momentum, we can also hit these orcs. We got this bento box, which is a food item. We can use those later, and you'll see soon enough what it is. We got the Squid Baron, who's looking a little bit sad. He's gonna let us into the sewers. We're gonna talk to him later. So in these sewers, we're gonna hit these. These are slugs, by the way. Yeah, just to put it there. Okay, we're gonna collect these flash pops. I hopefully can get enough flash pops here. I'm gonna bounce off against the ceiling to get dupes. I just need them to move. See, exactly enough. Thank you so much. Otherwise I would have to go through the rest of the sewers, and you don't necessarily want that. So yeah, the funny thing is, if you play this in normal mode, these are parts that you don't get through like right away. But pirate mode, oddly enough, makes this game slightly more linear, because normally speaking it's a bit more Metroidvania-esque, but this almost plays it like a level per level basis type of thing. So we got the flash pops to these zombie kids, and they gave us this key. And we got the brochure, and we're now going to give it to the Squid Baron, because as it turns out, Squid Baron is in a bit of a funk, trying to break free from his role of mid-game boss, which he apparently always has been. And we're going to send him on the holiday, just give him this brochure. Going to use the gate key here to gain access to this place. And we're going to have a little bit of a chat with the librarian over here. Going to hand him the court summons. And he's looking pretty cool, by the way. And we're going to check this map, and it turns out, hey, there's the Forbidden Isles map, and that'll allow us to go to all the other places in this game. Very awesome. Very good stuff. Yeah, the mid-boss enemy, yeah, basically. That's very well put. Let's see, I didn't get a pike ball, I think. Nope. No, if I would have a pike ball, I could basically hit these orcs again, because these orcs are strong enough that you cannot hit them like right away with this dash attack, unlike the scarecrows. But the funny thing is, if you hit multiple enemies in a row, it takes less time to actually go through them. You can basically compare it to like what you see in Pac-Man 99, for instance. You sort of build up a momentum and you go through them faster. Okay, at least I got one lobster tail. It's more than nothing, as I would always say. It's not a whole lot. Extra pike balls and monster milks are always nice. So we're gonna return the library card, and we're getting some monies for our efforts. And with this money, we're gonna do our first shopping round. So we're gonna go over here, buy a couple of items. Let's see, and traditionally we're gonna get a series of pirate flares and a super pike ball. So you saw the pike ball before, and the super pike ball, as you would expect, is the upgraded variant of that. And we're gonna use that with a couple of boss fights. You'll see that soon enough. Alright. We go to Saliva Island, which is a kind of weirdly titled island. It will explain itself soon enough, I promise. But yeah, we're ready to go. Or as to say in this game, red to go. That's kind of the main catchphrase of Shantae. Gonna go over here, get past this mermaid. There's actually this opening where we can go through, and a bit of a shortcut. And we're opening up this door so we don't have to... yeah, it does allow for a shortcut later. Alright, let's pay a visit to Twitch of Vinegar. They want to have a holiday and they want to swim, but they don't really have any water to swim in or any pool to swim in, so we're going to see if we can help them out there. we're gonna, for some reason, absorb this ham stink. And who will need that ham stink, you wonder? Well, as we go up here, this is another one of the sequence breaks that the game provides in pirate mode. See, there we go. We have Gigalomix over here, who is apparently very receptive to the ham stink, because he's spitting out all this saliva. It's basically becoming this waterfall. And yeah, like I was mentioning before, the sequence breaks. So the items that you have include the hat, which allows you to float through the air, the cannonballs, or the cannon that allows you to gain heights in your jumps, and you also have a sword to do downward stabs and such, which is very nice. And we use a couple of these items just to get up there much quicker than you would normally be able to do that. It's kind of a yeah. I mean, they can enjoy it, I guess, but normally you probably wouldn't swim so alive, I guess. But what do I know? Anyway, we got this petrify spell, which we're gonna give to this old dude, because he wants to revive his wife who got petrified. But as you see, that didn't quite go according to plan. So they're reunited at least, but not in the way you'd expect it to be. There's a lot of sense in this game. There'll be more, believe me. Yeah, and we want to see lots of milk, that's for sure. All right, this is the first den that's opened up, basically. And the first thing we're going to do is go over here. We're going to go into this retro homage, sort of. And for those who've played the Game Boy Color Shantae, yes, this is the first dungeon. It's pretty much a direct throwback to that place. And it's a very convenient place because we're going to get ourselves a couple of keys here. And we'll be using those later. So there's 2 keys in this room in total, which is not bad. So gonna go through this entire area. I'm gonna grab some more gems because there's gonna be more shopping later on, so we can always use that. Gonna grab them. That's a nice thing about the lamp is that you could just suck up all the gems from afar. So it's like a very magnetic thing, really. Let's see, gonna do some more. And the funny thing about the food is I didn't explain that, but I'm basically overriding the item pickup animations by jumping on them and using my LNR triggers on my controller in order to override the normal animation, and that's roughly 2 to 3 seconds faster every single time you do it, so it's a nice time win in the long run. So here we use the keys. Gonna go here. And as you would expect in pirate mode, normally these dens are quite a bit lengthier, but we do skip quite a lot of the content here, quite a few of the rooms. So at least in the beginning, you'll still see quite a bit of it, at least, and see quite a bit of the structure. Okay, so we go into this sub-boss room. We're gonna fight these wetmen, as they're called, and we'll try to keep them to one side because they tend to move around pretty quickly. So I'm trying to do this downward step and sort of get next to them and then instantly jump above their heads again just to make sure that they stay in the same corner. Also, we got the pistol, which is very handy for shooting items from afar, which is always nice. Okay, so here's the first actual regular boss fight, I guess. We fight the Cyclops plant. And what you'll be seeing is the longest first phase ever in video games, because this is the first phase. The perks of pirate mode. Okay, the second phase I need to be a bit more careful about. We basically try to get myself against the ceiling, and we try to pretty much downward stab. Oh, there we go. And see if we can get behind them. Okay, that took a little bit longer than I expected, but this is usually not too bad of a fight if you play it a certain way. Ideally, I would have loved to see a monster milk drop beforehand, which would have sped up the fight quite a bit more, but it's not always the case, really. But it does make for an easier second phase there. Okay, so we get... hey, there's a Tinkerbat, and he's dropping off this map, so I guess we know where to go next.
Oh, yeah.
Fantoon. Alright, so that's the first den right there. We're gonna dash our way out of there. That's called the Risky Shuffle. I'm gonna see if I can explain later on why it's called, or what it exactly does. But yeah, we're gonna head to Risky. We're gonna give her the spiderweb map, and that brings us to the next island, which is a slightly darker island called Spiderweb Island. Nori knows what's coming up. This island is truly the speedrunner stream. More on that later, though. First, we're gonna go through here. Lots of zombies. Don't worry about them. Also, really good music. This entire soundtrack is an absolute banger, back to back. It's composed by none other than Jay Kaufman, aka Vert, who, of course, composed a lot of soundtracks. And yeah, this is one of the many masterful soundtracks he's made. Okay, so thanks to this this pirate equipment, I'm actually able to grab this fossil way sooner than I normally would have been able to do, or to grab it. So it's a bit of a random item. We're going to be using it later, and you'll see eventually what we're going to use it for. But first, yeah, we're going to go here, and we're going to say hi to this massive spooter, and also to Roddy Tops, because she's in a bit of trouble, as you can see, and we're going to rescue her. And Roddy Tops claims, oh god, I might be coming down with something, so can you please bring me back to my brother Abner? So we're gonna do that, and that's bringing us to Run Roddy Tops, which is certainly a part of the game. I'm not gonna specify beyond that. So, enjoy. Oh, I shouldn't jump there. So yeah, it will be a bit of a semi-auto-scroller type of thing for the next few minutes, as we try to bring Roddy Tops home. And everything here, if it hits you, it's basically a one-hit snipe, and you have to restart the room that you were at. So these tongues are quite the gatekeepers, and I'm trying to fall in between the gaps there, so I try to let go exactly at the right moment so I can just go through there. That was not too bad apart from that beginning thing. See, I set up for a time manip there, so I can manipulate that gatekeeper down below there. Or at least I try to anyway. So now we got these spiked doors. This is mostly some sort of waiting game in a sense, so it's a bit of a breather, I guess, after those first few scenes. Oh, by the way, let's get a guess out in chat. How many times do you think I'll get sniped, apart from this one? You can add this one up that I had just now. How many more times will I get hit, you think? Oh, so Caldy wants a spice back. Yeah, good point. I guess Bowser has been looking for these. Six times. Yeah, ideally you want to do this hitless, pretty much. But you never know what's going to happen. There's going to be some shenanigans. One more? 0, 2 more? Okay. We'll see what this room brings, because this is a very tricky room. You've got these tombstones, and you have these crabs that appear from underneath it, which is completely random, so I constantly have to watch out where they appear and jump at pretty much exactly the right moments. So this is no exception, and oh dear. I did a weird jump. Oh no, another jump. Anyway, just to show how weird the hitboxes are sometimes. Those are the stake jumps. There's a bit of a meme. If you want to have a legit run or a valid run, you have to do these 2 stake jumps there. That's part of the deal. I didn't make the rules. Now we have a room that, for some reason, is full of robots that try to smooch you. Because why not? It's gonna be even more of that. Alright, let's see. We're almost done with what I call the first part of this section. Technically, we've had already the majority of it, but it feels like it's sort of split up when you get to this room. Alright, so gonna head down here, and now we're introduced to another set of creatures spitting out things, and we call them Stevens because that's, you know, that's a name you can give them. It sounds decent enough, right? So we call them Stevens. Okay, in this room, it's gonna be a couple more things. There's this door that hopefully opens up, but you never know, it's kind of random. We'll see what happens. And let's see. Okay, and that's what we call the taco jump. There's a runner, Taconator, who actually it was named after. I think it was someone else who actually found out that you could do that. A lot of the speed tech in this game was found by Esco. Shout out to Esco, by the way. And yeah, it's made this run what it is today. A lot of other runners who have contributed as well. Let's see. This room is a little bit scary because it's the largest room of the entire section, and if I die here, I still have to redo the entire thing. But we got through. Okay, nice. So yeah, no more hits besides a one hit just there. So we saved some time there. So now we just have to bring her home. We're almost there. Oh, there we go. And, well, okay, so as it turns out, Roddy wasn't actually coming down with anything. She was just enjoying the ride, I guess. So, yay. Anyway, that concludes this part. And no, we don't actually have to do that whole thing over and over again. Because now we go and visit Abner's brother, Poe, who's got this really cool wagon. But it needs some squid oil. And hey, guess what? We got some squid oil just now at Skull Town. So we're going to fix up the car and going to take it for a ride. You believed? Yo, let's go. Shouts believing. Alright, so we now have the shrivel thing, and it's notable that it smells, and also I cannot skip this text box. Usually I can skip text boxes pressing the start button, but that's like the very odd exception that I can't. And you could say that some of the speed track involves me trying to skip text boxes as quickly as possible. If you play this on the Wii U version, you can just mash start over and over again, but this is on the Steam version, so that's unfortunate. Alright, we handed over the shrivel thing and we go into Cackle Tower, and yeah, time for some more den action, I guess. So, there's gonna be lots of skellies and we hope they drop some items. Maybe. No. It smells, yep. Okay, so yeah. Normally we have to activate this thing in order to go all the way up, but since this is pirate mode, we don't have to do that. But we're gonna do some things here first. In my case, I'm gonna head over here and let's see, got the pike ball, gonna use it here. We're gonna defeat this bad gal, and hopefully she drops an item that I can use. So we'll see what happens. It is a super pike ball. So that's a very good thing. They can drop super pike balls and super monster milks. Unless your name is Norimaki and they suddenly drop pirate flares, which is a pretty rare drop actually, but it tends to happen. We also call it the Nori flare for that reason. So yeah, that was a brief detour. The funny thing is, there's quite a few diverging routes you can take there. Not every single runner does the same thing. There's also this room in the previous den where you can also grab another key, and some runs do that. So it pretty much depends on the preference really. And it's kind of a nice way that the speedrun rings in terms of variety. Yep, no Nori flare. I've got the funny thing is I've gotten that yesterday, I think, in one of my runs. That was quite a thing. I had a lot of really good item luck yesterday when I was doing some practice on this. And item luck is definitely a thing you want. This run is very RNG heavy to a certain extent. Okay, we're heading up. And we're about to do the next boss fights. This is the first time we're gonna equip a super pike ball. And it will be essential for a lot of boss fights, or at least have some sort of pike ball. But super pike balls especially are pretty handy. Okay, we're gonna try a certain approach here. See if I can get myself up here. And what I try to do here is not get knocked sideways, but I'm trying to see if I can get myself into the hitbox. And the moment I get hit, my cannonball hits get refreshed in a certain way, so I can just use another set of cannonballs. So normally you use 3 cannonballs before you have to recharge again, but by getting hit you can actually sort of recharge automatically, which is really awesome. And that way you can, if you do it very well, you can make this a really quick fight, which I'm not always good at. So this was kind of halfway there, but at least we tried. Also, I just lost my auto potion, which does make the second half of the game a little bit scarier, but I'm gonna do my best to bring the safeties that I need. First off, we get this map item. Once again, we go to 10 Line Island.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're heading out of here. So this is the first time we're using the Pirate Flare. It's this item which makes you instantly able to backtrack to your ship, so you can just leave and go to your next destination. It's really handy. A lot of the shopping is involved around you buying a certain amount of Pirate Flare, so you can do that as often as possible. And you can always get more gems and make it a guarantee pretty much, but that's always up to the runner. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna hopefully get some more items. Oh, nice, we got the bubble shield. That's a really good item. That's one of the items that we'll use in the final battle against the Pirate Master. Not a spoiler necessarily, but it will be very handy because it makes you able to protect yourself against projectiles and such, and you'll definitely need it there. So we find the Squid Baron once again at 10 Light Island. He's been on a holiday, of course, and he didn't quite like it, so we tried to cheer him up. And as a thanks, we get these X-ray specs for some reason. And that's another random item that we'll probably use somewhere else. Let you see about that. First, we're gonna actually do our first bit of backtracking because we're gonna partially do some gem grinding. We're gonna collect some other items. So this is the one part where it's a little bit more Metroidvania-esque and it's not as linear as it was before. So instead of going to where we were just now, we're gonna head up here. Beware of the mermaids. Let's see, and you know what? Let's grab another round of gems. This is a really good place to farm for some gems because this wall specifically does give you 30 gems every single time you get there, which is not bad, not bad. So I decided to create an extra buffer. Normally, or traditionally, I guess you go for a 3 shopping round, but I've been trying to set up for a 2-rounder merely by collecting some additional gems. I don't think I'll be quite getting that here, but at least this will provide a bit of a buffer just in case I need certain items later on. Alright, let's pay a visit to Town and to Sky. Let's see what's happening there. We have Sky, we have Barracuda Joe with a fabulous mustache over there. And with this sarcophagus that's brought in, the sign says don't read, but they do so anyway. And oh no, Rip Joe! They were supposed to be engaged too, and now the engagement is called off. Oh no. Anyway, we can read the sarcophagus and we get this mummy sketch, just like we got the one at Saliva Island. So let's see, what are we gonna buy? You know what, let's see, I do have enough for at least one more Pirate Flare, and what I'm also gonna get is a Super Monster Milk, because those are really rare item drops if you want to get them out in the open, just like that. So just to make sure that I have at least one, I'm buying one over there. It's a pretty expensive item too. And he's gone for now, yep. Yeah, he'll be back later, don't worry. He's not gone forever. Spoilers, yeah. Okay, so we go down here. More skellies, hopefully dropping some sort of pike ball. Ooh, I have a food item. I can use that to grab this item. It's an enchanted blade, another sub, or yes, I guess a sub item we'll be using later. Okay, I got lots of regular pike balls, not a lot of super pikes though, sadly. Okay, so we got the 3 mummy sketches, and that will bring us to Fish, Bird, Hippo, this combination, or as I abbreviated, FBH. It's pretty random every single time, you just have to remember it for a brief bit. We're gonna fill it out trying to access the temple, so Fish, Bird, Hippo, just remember. Yeah, drops Y. Let's see, that's not a fish. That's also not a fish, I need a bird, that's not a bird. And this is a hippo. There we go. Tornado. Nice. Yeah, we'll need some item luck later on because it's not been exactly the best. Although that super pike drop in the Cackle Tower was pretty good. All right, so now we're in the temple. So the thing is, this temple is missing its princess. We're mistaken for the princess, so in order to celebrate, they're going to set up, and we're in the meantime held captive whilst they set up for that, and we try to escape. And this is a section that's sort of called Metal Gear Shantae. We try to get past these cards in a stealthy way, hope to not get noticed, which is sometimes easier said than done. There we go. Gotta make sure not to fall down sometimes, because yeah, they can catch you pretty quickly. Okay, we got another key. Let's see how this goes. Okay. It's gonna be signed for a bit here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can still do that. For some reason, they don't even notice that. It's kind of weird, but... Okay, good. I didn't lose any time there. If you would lose time in that previous guard, or in that guard room, you would lose almost a minute of time there, because they instantly send you back to your room and you have to redo that whole thing again. Thankfully that happened. It's also a bit of a scare whenever you do this in a marathon, but I'm very glad it's worked out. Alright, so yeah, so it turns out I was not the only one who was mistaken for the princess, because we see Risky, and well, you can probably guess who else is gonna be here next. We're using the keys that we have gotten from the previous dance, and it's a nice thing that you can use them pretty much anywhere, so it doesn't matter if you got them from the Spill Maze or from the Cackle Tower. They work in every single door for some reason, which is very nice. And also there's Roddy Tops. Yeah, where were those super pipe balls I ordered? That's it. I wonder where they are. Okay, so now the fourth person is gonna pull this rope, which is huge, and just to get through his door. But we're finally gonna see the king again, who locked us up in the first place. And as it turns out, hey, there's the princess again, and she went grocery shopping for 30 minutes, so she wasn't even gone for that long. But mystery solved, we get the golden axe, and we can use that very soon. As a matter of fact, over here. So they're gonna dig it up. I'm gonna check for items real soon. Now's probably a good time for donations if you have them.
Yeah. So nothing new at the moment, but just a reminder to everyone that we do have 21 Steam keys available that you can be entered to win with a $5 donation, as well as those 2 GOC Perlers, and then for $10 or more, we do have the Ubisoft prize package. And then in addition to that, we do have one open incentive still for the Great Circus Mystery starring Mickey and Minnie. Mickey is currently in the lead with 151.38 to 120 for Minnie. That is all I got here.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, be sure to keep donating. Already a lot of money raised, and keep that up. So yeah, I did some extra grinding here. I don't normally do that, but since my item count was relatively low, I actually decided to farm from these Scorp Gals in order to get some more super items. We'll be using that later with the upcoming bosses, so we hope to get somewhat lucky there. So now we're in the catacombs, and let's see. This is another place where you can get an extra key. Also, an instance where people take different routes sometimes, but I've always been taking this route because you have an extra chance of an item drop, which is always nice. Okay, so see, go down here. Oop. Gotta be careful in these places. This is a bit of a scary part. This gauntlet right here also. Got some enemies that can do quite a bit of damage very quickly. So see, this mantis especially, it can be very nasty. More Scorp Gals. Will it drop something? And the answer is yes. The Super Monster Milk, that's always good. Right. See, we counted bot chicks because we're trying to set up for one cycle. I don't think I got it, by the way. Nope. But if you time it well enough, you can actually get through there without losing any momentum whatsoever, which is really awesome. It's kind of a tough one to set up. I almost never get it, but it's if you get it, it's really cool. Okay, I missed that momentum there. Let's see, gonna try it again. Okay, I'm gonna save over here. It's merely a marathon safety, just to make sure that I don't have to go all the way back to the beginning, because remember, I did save, my last save was 4 minutes into the run, pretty much. So, it's been a while ago. See, oh, need this pre-selected. And yeah, let's see what the next boss is going to be. It's going to be the Squid Baron. So here's the mid-boss once again. Let's see how this fight will go. Going to do a couple of serious jumps here. Anyway, and... oh. I seriously thought that was going to be the second phase already. But now we have Squid Baron 2.0. Bigger and better than ever. And we're just gonna break down the shield. Okay, let's see if it's gonna eat, because nice, that's what you want to see in the beginning. It does make for a lot of hits in the beginning, which is really awesome. And yeah, thanks to having both a Super Pike Ball and a Super Monster Milk equipped, it's a pretty quick fight this way, so it's definitely a very good boss to use that combination with. Alright, and so we have a talk, and seems like he's content with being the mid-boss once again, so we solved this crisis, yay! Very good stuff. So yeah, that concludes our adventures at Timeline Island, and I'm gonna go back and check up on Risky. We're gonna travel some more. We're gonna head over to Mudbox soon, but first we're gonna go back to Scuttletown, because we did get a couple of items that we have to exchange for something else, maybe. Yeah, the new Shantae game is also really good, Seven Sirens. I think that's my... this is probably my favorite part curse, but I think Seven Sirens is probably my second favorite. Like, it's a lot of fun, but the whole series is really good in general. Okay, so we gave the X-ray specs and the fossil to Bolo, and we got a death mask in return. Let's see. Let's do it this way. I was gonna shop some more, but I think I'll better save that for later. So now we head off to Mudbox Island. Quite a bit of a darker aesthetic, kind of like Spiderweb Island. This is kind of a tough part casually if you don't have all of the pirate equipment. If you do though, it's a lot easier. You can just dash through the entirety of this area. See if we can do that and do some more stuff. Ah, damn. I was gonna keep my momentum there and do the what they call the momentumless boots, but alas. Also forgot to mention, so what I did there is I used both of my inputs, the D-pad and the analog stick, in order to keep up the momentum of my charge, and that way I can activate the dash on a much smaller platform, which is ideal for this speedrun, because there's quite a few of those platforms, as it turns out. So here we go, we gave the death mask, and we have access to the Village of Lost Souls right here. And there's going to be lots of shenanigans over here. Some more RNG, namely in the form of a coin game we're going to play with a group called the Coin Gamers. And it's basically a game of heads and tails. You have to guess which, and we're going to guess a certain thing and hope to get the right combination the first time. I guess we're sort of brute forcing it in a certain way, but there's no real way of knowing otherwise. Yeah, going so fast. There's a lot of stuff here. Oh, by the way, this is a thing. Let's see if I can do this. Nice. So what I did there is you saw that animation activate just before the screen wrap. That's basically called a delayed charge, and I need to get out here because these ghosts are mean as heck. Also, I'm gonna probably save at the next part because I don't want to jinx this. Thankfully, there's a safe guy up ahead, so as soon as I'm done with this next room, I'm just gonna go there. We can hit this wall for some more gems, which is always nice. And there we go, showing its face once again. Yeah, this part can be quite a run killer, especially these ghosts, since they appear so randomly. Or actually, oh wait, what am I doing? I think I pressed my Xbox button for some reason. I almost never do that. But anyway, we're back. Yeah, this hall's scary. I'm pretty sure I've had runs die to this room alone in the beginning. Still a possibility, of course. And for a marathon, that's really scary, especially if you're not used to saving everywhere. Alright, so, heads or tails? Heads. Good start. Oh, tails. Too bad. Okay, well at least he told me Tails right away, so not to disappoint me. Okay, this is gonna be the one that's gonna be correct, because I'll explain it in a minute, but the thing is, they let you guess up to 4 times, and after at the 4th time they're just gonna give you the correct answer anyway, so you don't have to worry about getting stuck there forever, but you hope to get it first right still. There's a bit of leeway there. You still have to save some time there that way. Anyway, some more items that we've gotten and all that. We got the locket, and then we got the Hopeful Flame. We're going to use it here. And we were talking about the smells and the scents in this game. Well, here's another one for you. This is the Manly Musk. And we're going to use that to get to our next den. Which is, well, right where we were, just now picking up one of the coins. Which is right over here. We got to stink it up, as to say. And this is beautifully titled The Oubliette of Suffering. So you can expect all kinds of things here. Well, actually, I'm saying that, but we do skip the majority of this this den. This is normally where you get the dash mechanic, which does skip a lot of stuff here, of course. And we get it like right away, so we can just skip like 70% of this entire area, which is kind of nice. See, you're gonna fall through here. So normally you would have to line these up and do all kinds of things like that, but now we just risk to shuffle our way through here. And we got a boss fight coming up that's kind of a favorite amongst speedruns, quote unquote. So I'm gonna save here. It's prone to be a run killer. Although I don't always have that issue necessarily, it still can be surprising. Yeah, it works both ways, I guess. It smells. Alright, let's see. How many items do we have? Oh, yeah, that's not a whole lot. This is gonna be a very long fight. I don't have any additional monster milk, so I was actually gonna do things, but we're gonna be in here for a while. Let's see if we can do this. Normally you would have a little bit more in that sense. Especially if you have the super items, this is a much shorter fight, but this is gonna be quite lengthy, so just hope to make the best of it. As you can see, the difficulty is this boss's unpredictability in the sense of where he is gonna land. So yeah, you just hope that you're able to avoid his attacks. But yeah, as soon as he catches up on you, it becomes quite a bit more serious. He starts speeding up, and there's quite a bit more to that. Okay, but at least we did it. It was a bit of a longer fight than usual, but we still made it. But that's a risk of not buying certain items beforehand, I guess. Yeah, the somewhat misspelled Dagron, I guess. We livin'. Yeah, it was a bit of a longer fight. At least we had one of the pike balls, but it wasn't a lot to work with.
Oh yeah.
Alright, we got out of here. We get this Lost Soul, because after all, it is the village of Lost Soul, so I guess it's a souvenir. I don't know. We'll find out who this Lost Soul belongs to, eventually. First of all, we're gonna head out of here and do this wonderful delayed charge once more. Because, yeah, I may hear you think, hey, why don't you use a Pirate Flare like right away? Well, you're supposed to use it outdoors, and technically that village was indoors. So, there you go. We had to travel outside before we could use it. Okay, next destination, Frostbite Island. So, it's a bit lighter in the air, but it's also quite a bit frostier. We're gonna try and see if we can hit some wolves and hopefully get some good items from them, because they tend to drop certain items. If you get hit by them though, they do take a lot of damage. Okay, okay, twice in a row, nice, thank you. I'm pretty much set for the super pike balls. They also tend to drop super monster milks. I don't want to say too much, but we'll see what happens. that was a stupidly good item luck, by the way. Oh, no. What is happening? Why do I get all the super pike balls now? Where were you when I actually needed them, game? Holy crap. Oh, we'll never know what that is. Damn. Yeah, here's the RNG. Like I said, RNG is very much a thing in this game, and this is very much the evidence. So yeah, not bad. I mean, at least it makes the next few fights quite a bit easier, but I still wonder if I could have gotten them sooner though. Yeah, as Nori points out, these are really rare drops, like a couple percent. You can actually see a drop chart if you go to the speedrun.com page. You find on the resources, you find the actual drop table of what every single enemy drops, so it's interesting to see that. Okay, we did this huge climb up in the air. We're in Propeller Town now. We're gonna be using our dash mechanics to the fullest and gonna fly over everything here. So at this point you pretty much have almost all of the items that you would have, or I think everything. I don't know, it's been a while since I played this casually, but you can already use everything, at least in pirate mode, to the fullest extent really. And it's almost like they designed it that way. Gonna go up here, ice physics for a brief bit. We got some more smoochy robots. Just like in Body Tops, they finally made it over here. So if I would have had the auto potion, I could have potentially set up for a auto potion skip or jump here, which would have saved another cup. Oh, that was okay, that was weird. Which would have saved another couple of seconds, but it's a really tight window, and well, the thing is, I almost never do it because I've never really been able to pull it off, and also I sometimes lose my auto potion, as you may have seen before. So yeah, but it's a nice little time save. It skips everything here. You just go to this room right away, and we see Bolo, who is up to certain plans apparently. He programmed this module, and we're gonna do things with it, I think.
Flare activated.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Yeah. These drops though, I mean, I was surprised too. I mean, I don't think I've ever gotten 3 super pikeball drops on this very stretch. That was quite the exception. Okay, we're gonna revisit Spiderweb here. We see the zombies again. And this time around, we don't have to do that entire thing with run Rally Tops like before. We're just gonna take this wagon and we're gonna visit Abner and Roddy Tops once again. Because, well, we had this Lost Soul and they seem like they would be fit to guess who it belongs to. Hey, it belongs to Joe, as is evident from the Joe stash. Also gonna give this death mask. It's a bit of an optional thing, but it gives you a pirate flare, which is definitely a good thing. Because we're gonna use it out of outside of this lovely house. And yeah, time for some more backtracking. We head back to Skulltown, which is currently definitely under construction, as you can see here. First I'm gonna do some shopping. I might want to get some other items. Let's see. This, and let's see. I'm gonna buy another Monster Milk, because I don't have a lot of those. Yeah, that's a fun thing about this game is you barely have any idea what's going to happen. You can get super lucky with items, and you barely have to get anything else. Like the bubble shield that I've gotten before, that's one of those items that you normally don't buy, but if it drops out in the open, it's definitely very handy to have. Which is the case here. So now we're just going to go through the forest, and as you may remember, we've gotten this blade before, and we're going to go over to this dude, Branson, aka Legally Distinct He-Man. He's gonna do a Super Saiyan thing and just have this very epic moment for himself. So just like that. And for the fans, this is, well, it's not quite a direct one, but it's still a nutbuster, I guess. Alright, we're back here. We're gonna check up on Joe. Gonna finally bring him back to life. Yay! See if the engagement is back on again. Oh wait, Joe says, no, I'm fine with being single. Apparently he has had time to think, and so the engagement is off, sadly. Let's check outside. We're just gonna give the module, which is supposed to be programmed for the palace, which is kind of a problem, but isn't actually programmed for the palace. Well, apparently not. It's definitely somewhere else. But it's a thing that we can use, because this is our next destination. So you wonder, why did we get to Frostbite Island? Well, this is pretty much why. So let's go over there. The Nutbuster, yep. Usually I try to stop at exactly the right moment, but I was a bit too late or too early with my response, so I didn't quite get it, but it's always a nice extra, I guess. Alright. The escort, well, if you're a speedrunner, the escort quest tends to vary. It depends on how often you get hit, I guess. Anyway, we're now in the abandoned factory. We're very close to the end here. Let's just save over here. If I would lose all the time to dying here, that would be kind of unfortunate. It's always a lot more... it always feels more confident if you actually have the auto potion still. Alright, last key used here. If we didn't grab the key from before in the catacombs, I would have grabbed it from just above my head in that room just now. But this is the path that I usually take. Alright, gotta make sure not to get hit by the ice cube, because that's a thing that can happen. If you are too quickly, you will still get hit by that, so just be aware of that. Alright, now for the true RNG boss. This is the Steel Maggot, patent pending, and yeah, we have to hit these buttons. In which order? Well, no, we don't know. We just have to guess. So, okay, it's not that. So it's 2, 3, 1, back to back. So I'm gonna do this, and as soon as we have that, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, there we go. Wasn't quite sure. And then hit the one in the front. I need to stand up here maybe. So yeah, depending on how quickly you guess it, it might be favorable or unfavorable, so you just hope to get the right combination. So this is 1, 2, 3, as it turns out. Yeah, like I said, it really depends on how things go with Rowdy Tops, really. Not every speedrunner tends to agree on the fun factor of that. There's a lot of things happening there, that's for sure. Okay, so that was this fight. It can be done in 2 rounds if everything goes well, and especially in this case we have at least one super item that we had equipped, so that definitely helped out. Otherwise it could take a little bit longer. You could also do a pogo strat, which basically involves you getting stuck on that lower ceiling and just pogo up and down. It's it can make it a little bit faster if done right. It definitely has good music. I mean, that's definitely keeping things going, that's for sure. Alright, one more destination to go through, and that is this lonely grave. We don't really have to visit anything here. We're just gonna pay a visit to the Pirate Master, I guess, and that's gonna be it. Also bird. So yeah, looks pretty ominous, and here's the Pirate Master. Hello! Nice to see you again. But, oh wait, this is not quite the plan here. Risky Boots is getting captured by the Pirate Master, and now we have to save her. So now the boat is all ours, and now we can, as I say, moist the main snail, and we can just set sail back to Skull Town and see if we can fix everything here. As you see, dark clouds have formed over this island, so stuff is happening, that's for sure. So everything is dark now, so you can barely see what's happening, but there's all kinds of enemies. Gotta make sure not to pick up the heart squid here. They're the so-called heart squids of shame, so just don't pick this up. Oh god, okay, that was kind of bad. Normally I would just dash all the way and jump all the way up there, because the gap that was down below there previously, they did close it up, so I cannot go there anymore, sadly. And I could break it open, of course, but just like with enemies, there's a bit of build-up in speed, where you gradually go through those blocks faster, but yeah. Alright, now for a series of trials. Well, normally you would have to do them, but you can actually skip them. Pretty much regardless of category, you can do that. Or at least in the no out of bounds categories. So we do this combination of hats and cannonballs, and especially depending on the timing of the cannonballs, you can get up there without any issue. It's a bit of a tight timing for sure, but it's a fun strat to get down, really. It feels very satisfying every single time you get there. Okay, one more save, and we're gonna do the final fight of this category specifically. It's not gonna be the full fight, but it's an ending. So time is gonna be as soon as I do the last hit on the Pirate Master, so get ready for that. So first we're gonna equip all of these items, and there we go. There's a bit of RNG here in terms of where it spawns, so you hope that he is spawning in some convenient place, but kind of depends really. Sometimes you have to run a little bit further, but see, eventually it goes to the middle, and then these platforms appear where you can sort of hit him still. And if you get lucky, you can actually get on the same platform really, but especially without an auto potion, it's quite a bit tougher. Okay, get ready, and see, and time. And that is any percent in this case. So there we go.
All right, awesome. You have any shout outs or anything before you head off?
We're gonna do some. There's gonna be the credits that I'm gonna go through really quickly, and there's the end-game time. And as far as I know, the current time, as I guess it was 54:40, which is still a very nice time. Anything that's 55 is definitely very good. So normally you would have, if you get all the Pirate Magic, you get the longer fight and a longer ending where Shantae retrieves all her powers, but yeah, this is still an ending of sorts. Thanks for GG's, everybody. Yeah, I just want to do a shout out to the Way Forward speedrunning community. Of course, Way Forward released this game. Lots of people who are willing to help out if you want to learn this run, for instance. You can find a link to the Discord on speedrun.com. And yeah, so yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to my family. I think they might be watching, so if my family's watching, hi family. And also, yeah, thanks to Game Over Cancer for allowing me to do this run. Thanks to the marathon. Be sure to keep donating. It's for a very good cause. And yeah, so the in-game time was 51:08. It's calculated a little bit weirdly. I think it sort of keeps everything into account, really, all the cutscenes and everything, but that is not sure usually. We usually go by real time anyway. But yeah, yeah, thanks again for having me on. I was very happy to do this run. It's always a fun run for sure. And yeah, that's it for me. Enjoy the rest. There's still some to come, some really cool runs. And yeah, I'll be signing off, and have a good one. Take care.
All right. Thanks a lot to Jangle for that awesome Shantae and the Pirate's Curse run. Next up, we have Conster doing Mega Man ZX, and that will be coming up here in just a couple minutes, so don't go anywhere, and we will be right back.